Hi, so today I'm gonna share with you about Islamic banking and finance in Luxembourg. But where is Luxembourg located actually? It is bordered by Belgium to the west and North Germany to the east, and France to the south. Islamic financial institution in Luxembourg was established in 1978, and is the first to do so in Euro. How it actually started is that, in April 2008, Minister of Finance set up a task force bringing together key actors of the Islamic finance industry. And then, in the same year, Association of the Luxembourg Funds Industry launched a working group focusing on the development of Luxembourg as a center of excellence for Sharia-compliant funds. In early 2009, Luxembourg Deutsche Bank launched Almi-ER, a Luxembourg-domiciled platform which aims at smoothing the issuance of Sharia-compliant securities. In 2009 also, the Central Bank of Luxembourg became a member of the Islamic Financial Services Board (IFSB). As such, is the first central bank of the European Union to become a member of that institution. In January 2010, the Luxembourg Tax Authority published a circular, the object of which is to clarify the tax treatment of murabaha and sukuk transactions, and ensure that they benefit from the same tax treatment as conventional financing products. In April 2010, Luxembourg for Finance (LFF) issued a brochure describing in detail the vehicles available in Luxembourg for Islamic finance transactions and structures. In May 2010, the Central Bank of Luxembourg managed to get the green light to host the 8th IFSB annual summit in 2011 in Luxembourg, and thus to be the first EU member state to host such a meeting.
Following the UK government debut sovereign sukuk announcement late last year, European sukuk activity continued as Luxembourg announced it too intended an issuance of a debut sukuk of equivalent €200 million. Both Luxembourg and London are attempting to position themselves as key European-based Islamic finance centers, and both governments are eager to win the crown of being the first Western European sovereign to issue sukuk. Luxembourg has established itself as a major Islamic finance player, with multiple international listed sukuk on the Luxembourg Stock Exchange, as well as the central bank being a founding member of the Kuala Lumpur-based International Islamic Liquidity Management Corporation. In 2013, it was announced the intended establishment of the first Euroland Islamic bank, Eurosbank, to be based in Luxembourg. In the UK, the London Stock Exchange has for some years been the leading global exchange to list sukuk. Whilst in the wider UK Islamic finance market, there are 5 established Islamic banks focusing on retail and capital markets. Both the UK and Luxembourg sukuk will likely be rated AAA. It is likely the UK government sukuk will be issued first, as legislation to facilitate it is already in place, whilst in Luxembourg the legislation is currently passing through its parliament. Sukuk issuance are undergoing a renaissance after slower issuances following the global financial crisis. In 2004, the German state of Saxony-Anhalt became the first European institution to issue a sukuk, when it issued a €100 million sukuk. Turkey, however, became the first European country to issue a sovereign sukuk in 2012, with a $1.5 billion sukuk, which was rated BA1 by Moody's, a rating considered non-investment grade. Though the issuance was heavily oversubscribed, receiving bids of $7.5 billion, something which allowed Turkey to achieve lower rates on the sukuk than it gets on its conventional bonds.
But what are the main advantages that Luxembourg has over other jurisdictions that allow them to make such development? First, the government has made continuous efforts to promote the country as a robust Islamic financial center. This governmental support is encouraging the different institutions in the private sector to explore this emergent market, and thus to adopt new business strategy to improve Sharia-compliant business. And also, although a small country, Luxembourg is a leading world business center which enjoys political stability. More generally, Luxembourg has very good political relationships with the Gulf countries, and Malaysia, which shall ensure the attractiveness of the country for these two centers of Islamic finance. However, they still faced a few challenges. The first challenge is on the marketing side. Luxembourg, with all its continuous marketing efforts, is still not known to a lot of investors and businessmen in Muslim countries. Second, because of the culture differences. Luxembourg actors still lack sufficient knowledge of the political, economic and social features of Muslim countries. This could result in a lot of missed opportunities and decrease economic cooperation between Luxembourg and the Muslim world. Third, Luxembourg service providers' fees are higher than in other financial centers, which leads some investors to investigate offshore jurisdictions in order to save money. Last but not least, very small Muslim community in Luxembourg compared with its neighboring countries. It's difficult to foresee the establishment of a retail Islamic bank on Luxembourg soil, at least in the near future. I think that's all. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Created using Powtoon.